Welcome back to Superior Sunrise. With me now, world champion auctioneer Trent Stewart. Trent, I know we're out of the spring sale season, but we haven't heard anybody kind of, give a market report on how the spring sales were in your area. So before we dive into today, what was a market like this spring for where you were?
Like conventionally or in the purebred sector?
Both sides.
Both sides were excellent. There's very few cattle around commercially. In that neck of the woods is, predominantly we're spring calving country, and so there isn't a lot of inventory. And as a result, with the escalating cattle market, the feeder cattle, anything that was available was very high. Bulls were really, really good too, especially the better, obviously, the better quality, the bulls that read a little bit better, the high carcass bulls. They're starting to get to a point where they can mix some maternal with a whole lot of carcass as well. And if you found that combination, they brought a lot of money.
Well, talking to today, Ralph's already mentioned it. There's a lot of excitement going into today. We've had a lot of factors building up what this market's going to be like. From your perspective, what do you think this market's going to play out like? I know Charlie's going to get into it, but I do want your perspective as well.
Well, in short, I think we may make history today. These cattle it's like a runaway train right now, and it's strictly based on numbers. The cattle have never been better, but our inventory is so short. Who would have thought we'd see the brand new high, or historical high in fat cattle marketing in the month of June? As we go into the summer months, usually should have been a little more stagnant, seen a decline. We're going straight up, and I think we need it. The production agriculture needs it. For the last 8 or 9 years, it's been a fairly stale market. We've had a lot of drought, and people are hurt in production agriculture, and they direly need what we're getting, and hopefully we'll achieve today and throughout the summer months.
As we get into this, uncharted territory with this market, what do you see as an auctioneer that buyers are looking for in these cattle? What quality traits are they looking for when we step into these waters?
From a feeder standpoint, they're looking for high carcass cattle that'll grade. As we went through COVID, we found out when the restaurant trade was closed down and a lot of that high quality meat ended up on the store shelves, that people were willing to buy it even at a higher price, and they developed a palate for it. They want a really high choice or prime piece of meat these days, and so these buyers, we have so many formula cattle that to achieve very top of the market, and you're going to grid those cattle, you've got to have a lot of octane in them, not only a lot of performance as far as conversion goes, but a lot of performance on the rail and just high quality meat, big time carcass cattle.
So what it sounds like is this market's incredible, but there's still premiums to be achieved in these cattle we're selling.
Premiums to be achieved, yeah, we'll still see a lot of these program cattle. Back in 13 or 14 when it was so high, we were just starting a lot of these programs. There was some gap cattle that were available, there were some natural programs, but over the last 10 years, we have added a lot of value, through our market in these third-party verified natural NHTC programs, and I think that they'll be under great demand. You'll see some pretty astronomical highs today in those cattle.
Well, we're looking forward to it. Thank you for being here with me this morning. Don't go anywhere. We have more Superior Sunrise up next.